Okay, so it's been about a week since America has spoken, and I have processed it just enough to get through this video. I don't know how long it's going to take me to process it all the way fully, but what I know for sure is nobody will be rushing me to hurry up and get over it. That's not where we're at. That's not where we're at. It's a lot going on. But one thing remains the same. Black people are still resting, and they're going to be resting for quite some time, okay? Because I don't think y'all understand the severity. Like, I think that there are some people out here that think that Black people are playing and that we'll eventually get over this and we'll get back to work. No. We will get back to work in our community, okay? The blue bracelets, not a fan. Because collectively, according to exit polling, Black people, Black men, and Black women collectively voted in a block, okay? To the 7% of Black women that voted for Trump and to the 20% of Black men that voted for Trump, those are the same people back in the day that was not trying to lead a plantation when the rest of us was trying to escape, okay? We're not talking about them. Now, on the other side, our white counterparts and allies who decided to come to the cookout, was wearing the t-shirts, joining the calls, all that, y'all took the pamphlets home but did not share it with the rest of y'all family. And exit polling shows that y'all didn't, which is concerning. So when Black people say that we are resting, that is what we mean, because we did our part. Black people have been oppressed, okay? We know how to make something out of nothing. And we're going to be okay. And the rest of the world is going to watch Black Americans be okay, because we are living off of the prayers of our ancestors. The prayers from the boat to the plantation to the escape plans up north to the civil rights movement. Black Americans will be okay because we've put in the work. It's the rest of the people of color groups that have not put in the work because they came to this country with rights that Black Americans fought and bled and died for. So when Black people say that we are resting, that is what we mean. It is not just this election. It is not just this. It is a culmination of so many disappointments from our existence on this stolen land, okay? Because let's be clear, America is a stolen land built by stolen people. At the end of the day, that is what America is. Black Americans decided that they wanted to make something out of nothing. And that is what we have done for hundreds of years, and have literally laid a table together for everybody to be equitable. Okay? Equitable. All we want is equity, not revenge, not a leg up in the world, but equity across the board. And because America said that that's not what she wants, everybody is going to have to reap what they sow. Black people have been sowing seeds of equity, civil rights movements, voting rights movements. We have been sowing good seeds. So over the next 4 to 8 or however many years, Black Americans are going to be okay. It's all the other groups that we were worried about. But y'all let us know y'all not worried about yourselves, so we can't. I just want to make that clear. That literally, I'm still in the 7 stages of grief, and I teeter-totter between anger and rage. Okay, like I literally have my notes out because I don't want to say too much, because words matter and you can't take words back. But in the gist of it all, Black people, Black Americans collectively have always tried to make this place that we were stolen from our homeland, brought on this stolen land to make something out of nothing, and everybody at the table eat. But it was apparent last week that that is not what y'all want. So if Black people want to rest for the next 4 to 10 years, build our communities, build our wealth in however way we see fit, build up our community. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
92% of the Black community have decided to stand down and to let them do all the work. We have showed them the game plan. We have told them what to do. We tried to lead them to the glorious of fresh water, and they decided not to drink it. At this point, it is not our fault if you starve. It is not our fault if you are dehydrated. If you are thirsty, drink, because we showed you how to create a pond of water within your hands. Seeing the entire country quite literally and figuratively burn down to the ground, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of makes me a little anxious. because I am missing something. I am missing something incredibly important. You know what that is? I am missing a black woman who can drink hot green tea with me. That's what I'm missing. For those who don't know, I am absolutely obsessed with green and jasmine tea. It's one of my favorite drinks. No sugar, no GMOs, no added supplements, just the nature and the leaves itself. What's interesting is this. Every now and then, I will get tagged into videos from other people of color, and they will ask me and other black people, why don't you help us? Why won't you help us? Why are you abandoning us? It's the same answer of what I said 3 months ago after the presidential election. You betrayed us. We trusted you and you stabbed us in the back. Here is a phrase that I continuously say to my friends because it is critically important. Trust and love is very important. However, trust is 10 times more valuable than love ever will be. I can still love you. I can still care about you. But I do not trust you enough to where you won't stab me in the back. Trust is the complete opposite. I can despise you and you can be my enemy. But I am no fool. If I can trust you enough to where you won't stab me in the back, then that trust will be placed. It's the same way with this. To the Latinos, to the Asians, to other people of color, I do care about them. I love y'all even. But I am no fool. I know I can't trust you because that election told me everything I needed to know. That election told me that a lot of you is not on the black community side. Love itself, my love for you, is not enough for me to have faith in you. If your trust was unbound and you continuously shown to me and everyone else that you are worth to be trusted, then we wouldn't be having this conversation now, would we? But because you have shown time and time and time again that you cannot be trusted, why are you acting surprised when we take our trust back? People need to understand that black people are not hateful. We care about you guys. We do love you guys, but we can't trust you for shit. So if the entire country has to burn down for you to realize that you have placed your trust into the wrong people, then so be it. That's all I gotta say on the matter. It is Onyx, and I'm gone.
Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining in. Okay, so today we've realized that a lot of people have been complaining that the black community have been silent. Now, the black community are coming out, the black Americans are coming out to say we are not just silent, but we're making a choice. This time around, we're choosing ourselves. They've always been supporting other communities, but right now they are silent. Not that they are silent completely, but they are silent towards supporting other communities, and they are choosing to support themselves. Okay, so let's take a look of the videos I have put together for you. We'll come back to hear about your comments, and whatever you have to say about this video, please feel free to comment, feel free to share your thoughts on this video, and the credit belongs to the original creators of these videos. I give the credit back to them because they've been amazing. Let's go down, let's go ahead to see what I have put together for us, and let's hear your comments.
Black people want to be left alone. They don't want revenge. They don't want to replace us, as some extremist groups have said. They just want to live life in peace, the way they want to live. They want family, they want love, and they want to live in a society where they know they belong here. They want society to also know that they belong here. They want to walk out their door and not worry that they're going to be treated unfairly, or they're going to get that look like they're not welcome, or that someone's going to try to touch their hair like a zoo animal. Yes, they want they want white people to fix white problems of prejudice and ignorance and all the ways that a wrongful sense of superiority is baked into our society. Yes, they want that to change. Yes, they want acknowledgement for harms done. They don't want us to just explain things away or justify or gloss over things without really listening. But more than anything, they want to be themselves, fully express who they are, love who they are, be with their family, and live in peace. That's it.
This guy gets it. Black people don't want to replace people. All we want you to do is to leave us alone. Let us progress in our own space. We don't want to have to worry about being shot when we come out of our house, when we drive in our car, when we're out in the street. We don't want to have to worry about the police seeing us in a group talking and we get excited and they take it that we're being aggressive. We want you guys to understand that That's how Black people express themselves. We talk with our hands and we talk with animation. That does not mean that we're angry or we want to fight. We want you guys to leave us alone. We want you guys to make laws that does not segregate, does not discriminate against us. Because no matter how you look at it, every law that's pretty much on the book, some kind of barrier to our advancement. And despite all of that, throughout the years, we have continued to progress. But now it's getting, or it has gotten to a point now where we're going backwards instead of forward. We're not trying to replace the white people. We're not trying to replace anybody. We just want to stay in our lanes. We understand that white people will never fully be able to compensate us for 400 years worth of free labor. But what you guys can do is make laws that make it easier for us to get loans, for us to get jobs, for us to get in good neighborhoods, programs that help us get off our, get on our feet, because it's hard for us to get on our feet with so much anger and hate built up over generations. It's easy for white people now to say get over it. It's happened in the past, but stuff that happened in the past affects what happened in the future right now. And you can't say don't, because if you did horribly in school, then the one you're doing horribly in life, unless you're lucky or white. It does not work like that for Black people. That's all we want you guys to do. Leave us alone. That's it. It's not complicated. We're not trying to fight with you. We don't want to go to war with you. We don't want to do anything. We can live together, because if you notice, we don't make laws that discriminate against white people, but you guys make laws that discriminate against everybody unless they're white. That's all we're asking for. This guy gets it. This guy truly gets it, and we want the rest of you guys to get it. We're not trying to fight with you. All we want you to do is to leave us alone. Let us live in peace, and we all can enjoy America.
It's been a while, I know. But Black women, we're still resting. Yep. Black people as a whole, we are tightening up our ship. Black people as a whole, we are building community amongst each other. Everything else around us is just a distraction at this point, because we warned, we shared information, infographics, data, and statistics of what might happen. And clearly, people did not believe that fat meat is greasy. And that video that I just shared was a couple of days after the election, after I had gotten all the tears out, after I had cried it out, after I had prayed it out, all the things. And I said, this was different because the levee of trust broke all the way, right? Black people have lived in a certain, Black Americans, the descendants of the enslaved, have lived on this stolen land for quite some time, and we understand patterns. We understand when the shift in the atmosphere changes, and we move accordingly. And what we're seeing is we have conditioned ourselves to do that. We have conditioned ourselves to pivot when the temperature changes. And a lot of people now are seeing the temperature change, not just feel it, but see it in real time, and they don't know how to react, and they don't know how to deal. So anybody that is getting on this app trying to tell Black women to do anything, trying to tell the 80% of Black American men to do anything right now other than do what we've been doing the past 10, 11, almost 12 months, you're part of the problem, not the solution. I hate to say it, but some of us ain't gonna make it because we too busy trying to argue with stupid. We too busy trying to argue with stupid. And I just refuse. This is your friendly reminder. We know how we got here. Our rest is important. How we mobilize look different. A lot of the revolution will not be televised. And that's why a lot of folks is mad, because they don't know what we doing and it scares them. Okay? So while you all are building out your community, while you are tightening up the ship, whether you all are saving more money, because when I tell you, I get annoyed when I have to spend any amount of money because I have gotten so, like, I work hard for my money, and I'm not just about to give it to anybody or anything because it's apparent y'all don't care about my money. Y'all care, y'all care about my money, but y'all don't care about me, and that's a problem. You know, it's some places I don't go no more. It's some people I don't see anymore because at the end of the day, we have got to guard our gates. We have got to guard our peace. We have got to guard our energy because the more chaos ensues, the more dangerous people get. The more, people do stuff because they just can't pinpoint what Negroes is doing and they mad about it.
I don't think people realize how exhausting it is to be Black everywhere. Not just in America, not just in the South. I'm talking globally here. Because wherever we go, there's a version of the same fight that's just waiting for us. And it's one thing to feel like a second-class citizen in your own country, but it's another thing entirely to realize the whole world sees you that way too. You ever hear people say, just leave, America's the problem? As if racism is something that you can outrun. As if anti-Blackness is some sort of American export. So let me tell you something. In Brazil, which is the blackest country outside of Africa, police kill Black people like it's sport. But it's not just the cops, it's the beauty industry that sells skin bleach. It's the store owners that follow you. It's the neighbors that flinch when your child walks by. In the UK, you can speak perfect Queen's English, but still be denied housing, passed over for jobs, and told to go back to Africa like your birth certificate doesn't say Birmingham. In France, they don't need to say Black to criminalize you. They just hide it behind secularism. They ban your head wrap, regulate your natural hair, silence your protest chants, and when you speak up, they act like you're the problem. And the people? They'll clutch their bags, they'll ignore you in interviews, and whisper the N-word when they don't think that you understand French. In China, Black students were kicked out of housing during COVID, just for being African. But long before that, there were restaurant bans, fake job ads saying no Blacks, and videos mocking our features going viral with millions of likes. In India, you'll be fetishized on one corner and insulted on the next. And if you're African, they'll stare, laugh, and sometimes they'll spit on you. In Ukraine, when the war broke out, white refugees got seats, and Black refugees got barricades. In Libya, we're still being sold in 2025. And nobody's storming embassies for that. Let that sit, because being Black is not the issue. The world's relationship with Blackness is. And here's what bothers me the most. They want our rhythm, but not our presence. Our slang, our dances, our music, our clothing. But not our humanity. They'll rock locks on a runway but call them ghetto at school. They'll say Wakanda forever and still scream monkey at the next Black soccer player. They'll ask to touch your hair, or not even ask. They'll mock your nose, and then turn around and say that you're too sensitive. And don't even get me started on influencers. Black American culture gets ridiculed as loud or uneducated until someone else steals it for likes. We're told that we don't have culture by people that are dancing to our beats, speaking our slang, and wearing our clothes. We are everywhere, but still nowhere. Loved, but not protected. Seen, but never safe. So if you've been feeling it too, that quiet, aching exhaustion that comes from just trying to exist, you're not broken, you're not paranoid, you're Black, in a world that's been trained to hate you. That hate lives in systems, but it also lives in people, in the stares, in the silence, in the smiles that tighten when you walk into the room. But here's what they can't erase. We are global, we are ancient, and we are surviving. From Accra to Atlanta, London to Kingston, we are still here. And the moment we stop letting borders divide us, that's the moment we become unstoppable.
So, you all know that for generations, Black Americans were like the backbone of every major justice movement in America, right? Talk about the civil rights, talk about the voting rights, talk about labor protection, talk about anti-discrimination laws, you name it. They've been the backbone behind it. And trust me, they didn't earn this freely at all. These were not freely given. The black folks bled for them. The black folks died for them. They gave their blood, their tears for them. Today, every group has benefited from those sacrifices of the Black Americans. Every group has benefited. And what did they get in return? Nothing, really, barely nothing they got in return. But they have always stood up for everyone. They have always backed up everyone. And no one supported them. Now, when they have decided to stay quiet and only support themselves and focus on their own communities, everyone is angry. Everyone is talking about it. Now, really, is that fair? I don't blame the Black folks for going silent. They are not completely silent. They're just silent to other communities. They are focusing on themselves, which is actually a great thing, really. I don't blame them for doing that. Now, everyone is going, everyone is talking about it. But when they were facing their own challenges, no one spoke up. No one talked about it. No one supported them. Now they're quiet, focusing on themselves, and everyone is talking about it. Everyone is complaining about it. Well, that's live. Guys, let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts about this. Please, I'll be reading your comments down below. Hit the notification bell if you're just joining my video. Subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And please share this video, okay? Thank you for coming on board with me today. Have a lovely day. Cheers.